All right, guys, it's time for the last week of the Health Coach Academy for July. You're here with Em and Dom, and we're going to take you through the final week of Coach Academy. So congratulations to absolutely every one of you on the call and those who are listening to the recording, because it means that you guys have done all 4 weeks and you guys have smashed it and you've been committed. And we wanted to give a big shout out and congratulations to all the people that are on the calls and listening to the recordings. All right, guys, so we wanted to start this week with a couple of Jim Rohn quotes. Now, I had the slides working before. There we go. So we had these two here from Jim Rohn. Of course, we couldn't end this Coach Academy on anyone else but Jim. So we want to really emphasize these two here. So remind yourself that you're bound to get better. Don't get down on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. It's the next opportunity that matters, not the last one. Okay, so we really want you to focus on the future, not the past. And really remember that's a really good one, a key quote there. And the other one was, any day we wish we can start the process of life change. We can do it immediately, or next week, or next month, or next year. We can also do nothing. We can remain as we are. I think that one's very powerful and very, very relevant, especially with Herbalife and with your business. You can start the change and start the momentum and start building anytime you want. You get to choose, so you can do it right now, today, or if you want to wait until next week, next month, or next year, you can. But why would you want to wait when you can do something now? So we've got quite a few people on the live call today. So I would really love to hear from some people, just their good news, what's happened to them for their business this week, if they've implemented any of that homework that we set last week. So if you could pop your hands up if anyone is keen to share, that would be fantastic, because we would love to hear from someone who is really implementing what we've been learning over the past 4 weeks. And if no one puts their hands up, I'm going to pick on someone. So I would love to hear from anyone who's had a really good week. And I'm going to pick on people if no one puts their hand up.
What about our good week? I'll share first, actually, guys. It's Dom here. So our good week is we're actually doing this call now from our brand new office that we've just set up in our new house. So just went and picked up the desk today. So hopefully we don't have any too many internet issues, but very exciting for us, that's for sure.
Hey, okay, cool. So we've got 2 hands up now. So we're going to hear from Jess and then Tracy and Jade. So come on in, Jess.
Hello, congratulations guys, it's so exciting. I know how much you've been waiting for that, so it's so cool. Well, firstly, thank you guys for running this Coach Academy. It's been awesome. I love that it was on a Sunday, so I could really commit to the 4 weeks and get on all the live calls. I've loved that. I definitely feel doing the live calls is much better than doing the recordings on myself. I feel more present and get a lot more out of it. For me, this week's been awesome. I actually went up to my mum's place, so it was really awesome just to see all the family. But with the homework and stuff, I guess for me, it's just been about consistency and, from really, I guess, using especially our client Facebook pages and just really having a clear intention in my posts and what I'm trying to, I guess, put out there when I'm posting. I've got a few new clients, a couple that I added to the page some over a year ago, so that's been really cool. So I'm just loving helping more people and just getting real intentional with everything that I'm doing in my life and in my business. And yeah, I just want to say thank you for everyone that has shared on here. It's just been awesome, and I'm really excited for August and our new 10-step training system that we now have to help us all improve in our businesses. So thanks guys.
Thanks, Jess. Yes, we are super excited about the 10-step process as well. And we've got a slide towards the end to sort of talk about that too. If there's anyone that doesn't know what that is, don't know how you wouldn't, but we'll go over it towards the end of the call. Thank you, Jess. And thank you for being on the live calls as well. All right, Tracy and Jade, come on in.
Okay, hi guys. So I'll go first again and then Mum will share hers. What did we do this week? I did some wellness evaluations this week at Mum's work because she hadn't got everyone done, and she managed to get everyone excited about getting on the Tanita scales. So I had to go up and do a few people to get everyone done. She was meant to be working.
and just got really organised this week. Back at study starting from Monday, tomorrow, and so I've done up my timetable for next week already, fitting in the herby stuff around my study stuff, and got all like the whole semester's worth of stuff that I have to get done all like ready to go so I can tick it off as I get it done, and just feeling really good. We're starting to get a few more inquiries now, so starting to see that momentum build, starting to see our hard work paying off, which is really exciting. So yeah, really looking forward to where August goes, and yeah.
Okay, now my turn. Hi everyone. Thanks Em and Dom. This has been a great Coach Academy. I've really enjoyed it, and I've actually probably done a lot more in this one than I have in the others that I've tried to participate in. So I've actually started doing, the last couple of weeks I've done my daily itinerary, and been logging what I've been getting up to and trying to fit different things in, which is really exciting for me. I've watched Joanna Guillenet. She is such an inspiration. She's such a lovely lady, and it was just awesome to hear her tapes, and also that Leon one. I've tried listening to that a couple of times, but I don't know, it's just very faint, so I really have to listen really hard. So I'm going to do that one again. And I did the mill training disc 3 as well. So lots of PD for me this week, which is really exciting. Like Jade said, we've got the guys at my work very excited. Looking forward to maybe doing a breakfast challenge with them. So we've put some feelers out for that, and there's a few that are really interested. And also a couple of the guys are really interested in it and just getting on the products and getting ready for Speedway and stuff. So hoping to help them as well. So yeah, really great week. Thank you.
Yay, awesome guys, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing. I will say as well, Joanna is like amazing, and she was one of the first like videos and stuff that I watched when I first started with Herbalife. So she's incredible to listen to. And then Leon, I probably didn't find that video until a couple of months in, but I find him quite hard to listen to. I've really got to be sitting down in a quiet space concentrating. Or I can't focus on him. So for those that maybe listened and like me, they couldn't really get into Leon, don't worry. He's one that you've listened to a few times, and you'll slowly start to pick things up, you know, after you've listened to it a couple of times. But yes, he is great. And Joanna, yeah, is amazing. All right, guys, cool. So we're going to get stuck into the call now, and we're going to move straight into the call. Cool. So we've just wanted to talk to you guys about events. Events are definitely key. You talk to any person who is extremely successful in Herbalife, and they will tell you that events are key. I know for Dom and myself, we probably wouldn't be here, if I'm being completely honest, if it wasn't for the South Australian events. They have been an absolute lifesaver for us, absolute game changer. And these are just some of the many, many, many pictures that we've documented over our Herbalife business. But just the people you meet, the people you talk to, they're just next level. The tips that you get, you just can't get them from your house, sitting in your home. You can be on the calls and you can listen to us and you can listen to other people, but being at a live event like a success training seminar or a kickoff or an open house, it's just, or a spectacular or extravaganza, it's just not the same. Live events are just so much more different, I suppose, and you just get that little herby injection as well. Some of you might have heard that. You might, you know, go out into the marketplace and you might get a rejection, or you might get a no. A family member might tell you, oh, what are you doing that? What are you doing that Herbalife stuff for? And you just slowly start to get a little bit down on yourself. And I just find that these events just pick you right up. They motivate you. They inspire you. They give you that little herby injection for you to go back out with the confidence that you need to share these amazing products and this amazing lifestyle. So if there's one thing that you take from this 4-week academy, like literally just one thing, please take that the events are so important and just do whatever you can to get to them. Because Dom and I have not only made, lifelong friends, but it's what really helped us move to World Team. So definitely get to an event. If you can't commit to the kickoff and the STS in your state, then just make the commitment to one a month. Do whatever you can to be at, at the events. Yes, so hopefully you got how important they were in that little spiel. And here's a pipeline here that we always talk about every week, and it just ties in so well with events. With your new people, your new clients, you're going to put them in this pipeline and follow them along the system. So they're going to get an invitation to that home shake party or grand opening, which is going to lead into that success training seminar, coach academies, things like that, move all the way up to the Herbalife Honours, which is at the end there. So please don't forget about the pipeline and invite. You're not going to get anyone to you're not going to get anyone to an extravaganza if you haven't invited anyone to an open house. You've just got to follow that pipeline. If you stop inviting, the people stop coming. Okay, so this is a really, really good a good little tip for when you're talking to people. And I know quite a lot of people over the past week have really mentioned that they find it hard to speak to people about Herbalife. So this is a real key for those people that might struggle. And I definitely was one person at the start that really struggled to strike up a conversation with people I didn't know. I was sort of that person that would stand there awkwardly and sort of maybe wait for Dom to say something to the person, because I just couldn't think of anything. So I just remember form now, and anytime I meet someone new, this is what I go through my head. So I might say, hey, how you going? We might strike up a little bit of conversation. I might ask them what their I usually start with the O, actually. I usually ask them what their job is, their occupation. I ask them if they've got any, have you got any family? Have you got a husband, a wife? Have you got kids? Then I might move on to that R, and I might say, what sort of things do you like to do? Do you play any sports? That's usually one that I say. Or what do you like to do on the weekend? And then you sort of just, those three things are really all you need to mention. And in that conversation that you delve into, there will be a message, always. I don't think I've ever spoken to someone that hasn't had a message. And the message will either be, that, I've got, a husband and 2 kids at home, and then you might ask them what they do on the weekends, and they might say, I don't really do too much. I really struggle to keep up with the kids. Ding, 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 there's your message. They're struggling to keep up. They're tired. There's your message. They need Herbalife for energy. Or they might say something like their occupation. What do you do? I work in admin or something. Okay, cool. Do you like that job? And they might say, no, I hate it. I got stuck in it from when I was at school, and I haven't been able to leave, and that's it. There you go. Ding, 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 message. They hate their job. They're looking for something else. So literally from asking someone about their family, their occupation, their recreation, there will be a message in there somewhere. You just have to listen for it. All the messages lead to the money. And if you find that person's dissatisfaction, you can match it up with a Herbalife solution every single time. Like I said, I've never met anybody that Herbalife doesn't fit in for them somehow. It just depends whether they're open to it or not. The next one I wanted to talk to you about was the 3 R's. So if you write down form, if you're taking notes, that's a big one. The next one is the 3 R's. So you've got retail, recruiting, and retention or retain. All of these 3 things lead to a home. So if you're retailing for clients, if you're recruiting for a business, or if you're trying to retain the customers and clients that you already have, all of those people, you can invite them to a HOM, which just stands for Herbalife Opportunity Meeting. It's if you haven't been to a HOM before, a HOM is basically just a presentation about Herbalife and about what Herbalife offers. So Dom and I do one on a Tuesday night down here in South Australia, and we go over the mission for our area. We talk about Herbalife products. We talk about how Herbalife was formed through Mark Hughes, the business. We give a couple of business facts, and then we just share stories and results. And that's literally it. So when we're inviting to the HOM, We are inviting possible retail people that might be looking to lose weight, gain muscle, gain energy. We're looking to invite recruiting people who might be looking for the business opportunity, and we're looking to invite our customers and clients that we already have. Everything we do leads to a business presentation. Like I said, it's just whether that person chooses the opportunity or not, because as we know, we can't force anyone to do anything. We can only just, show them what's on offer. Okay, and what we've got here is the Herbalife house, like we went over last week, I think it was. So like I said, this is just an example of one. I think I mentioned last week that you can have, you might have 500 in each of the rooms, in each of the 5 rooms. That all adds up to 2,500, and we know that 2,500 volume points is that magic number that is going to help you get to World Team, because 4 months of 2,500 is going to get you to that magic World Team position. Okay, so we've spoken about this one too. I think John went over this. This is that how you can earn the retail, the wholesale, and the royalty income. So as we know in Herbalife, we don't just get paid one way. There are multiple different ways that Herbalife pay us, which is just incredible, because Dom and I's teachers get paid once every fortnight. So I think that's like twice a month. That's all we get paid. And, just having a whole heap of different ways we can earn income with Herbalife is just amazing. So that first example, you can choose, which is the best thing, you can choose where you want to be. So you as a supervisor in this first one, if you just get yourself 2 supervisors, just 2, that's it, and help them, find 2 people and help them get to supervisor, and then they each get 2, okay, and then those 2 get 2. Look at that check down the bottom that you could be getting each month. 4,410 roughly a month. That is just incredible. Like, can you imagine? That's life-changing, just that number there. But if you don't want to stop at 2 and you want to get 3, who gets 3, who gets 3? And sometimes I find it's really easy to draw this one out with some little circles. I'm just a visual person, so if you want to draw that out, you can do that. Look at that down the bottom. On average, like roughly $15,795 a month. That's amazing. And then if you want to work a little bit harder and find 5 people and help them get to supervisor, and then each get 5 from there, and then they each get 5, 125 supervisors in your organization, roughly each month you'll be getting $76,725. Like, isn't that insane? That's crazy. That's like amazing that this opportunity is there for each and every one of us to go out and grab that.
Alrighty, cool. So guys, I'm going to show you a couple of things here. You've seen just before there, this is obviously that World Team pin. Now this is I guess they call it a World Team house, I suppose. And basically what it is, guys, is it's an easy way to be doing that 10,000 volume points, okay, or 10,000 royalties, and obviously then you're getting your 500 royalty overrides. To become World Team that way. Now, we don't normally talk about this. We normally talk about, doing your 2,500 volume points 4 months in a row, okay? Or we talk about doing that big 10,000 volume month. But this is another way, guys, that doesn't get talked about often, is the royalties. So obviously, as we know, to become a World Team member through royalties, you need to have 1 month of 500 royalty overrides. Now, what that means is you need to have 10,000 organizational volume. Okay, but you yourself need to be doing your 2,500 to make sure you can access all 5% of that 10,000. Now, if you're not a numbers person, don't worry. I love numbers, so this really appeals to me. But 5% of 10,000 is 500, and there's a really simple way there, guys. Look, you do your 2,500, and then you teach 2 people, and all they've got to do is teach 1 person. Okay, so it's just that process of duplication. Once again, it comes into play. Guys, we always talk about keeping gauges and mapping out your organization, that sort of stuff. And this is something that's really fun. For people who might just be starting on their Herbalife journey, I know I actually found when we were cleaning out sort of the old Herbalife room we had, one of the first ever 90-day plans that Emily ever wrote out. And there was something similar like this in there where she'd sort of mapped out the organization. And I reckon there was about hers and then about 2 other names. So it always starts off small, but you'll be surprised how big it gets. We're at the point now where people pop up and we don't know who they are. You know, so it's funny how quickly things expand, and all it is, guys, it's that process of duplication, making sure you're teaching people, making sure they know what to do, making sure you've got the follow-up, and we're building it wide. You can see there, you know, a lot of frontline, but also deep. Yeah. Okay. So wide and deep. I'm just going to go through a couple of things now, guys. A couple of, I think it's six months I've got here. And it's pretty much just showing you the process of duplication, how quickly things can grow. Now, we all know that the Spectacular is normally around the start of the year in January time. So imagine you come straight out of Spectacular, okay, and then you go and find yourself one client or one member. Let's say one member. That's it, one member in January. That's all you've had to do, okay? That's pretty easy, right? I think pretty much everyone on this call could do that. So you found yourself one member. Here we go, February. That member that you got last month, they go and get themselves somebody, and you find yourself another member. Okay, so you can see the green, the 1, that's from month number 1, January. The blue with the 2, that's month number 2. So far we're looking at 4 people here. All of a sudden we go to March. Now generally, yep, we have an LDW around March. So, hey, this is fantastic. Look, you can see how many extra people we've got now. We're up to about 8. Imagine what that would do to your business if you had yourself and 7 other members, 7 other of your team at the LDW, right? You'd be going nuts. You'd be going absolutely nuts, and you'd definitely be on your way to World Team and Get Team. Month number 4, April, same thing applies. You found yourself, literally, you've just found yourself one new person, okay? But then the person that you found back in January, they've got themselves one new person. Those people from February have both got themselves one new person. All those people from March have got themselves one new person. And you can see what starts to happen here, guys. It really starts to expand. And again, extravaganza. There we go in May. Have a quick look at the numbers there, guys. There's heaps of people there. I'd estimate maybe, you know, 25, 30 people there. I'm not going to count them all. But could you imagine if even just half of those people came to extravaganza? Okay, for those of you who haven't been to extravaganza, guys, I'll tell you what, it's absolutely life-changing, and it's business-changing as well. Okay, it's an incredible, incredible opportunity if you do get to go. And I can't stress enough, like Emily said, the event's absolutely key. And certainly this is one of those ones that's a real key along that pipeline. Emily went last year. I didn't get to go, unfortunately, but I went this year, and you know, your vision just expands so much. So imagine if that happened to your team, you get half of those people there, even just a handful, even just 10. Imagine if you took 10 people to extravaganza and they all came out with this enormous vision. Okay, things would just, you know, really start to duplicate. Same thing here in May. You found one new person, and every single other person has found one new person. Okay, so it's like, you know, it's not that hard. Just get one person. And then June, and look at this, like it's just going crazy here now. It's too much to count. Okay, you found one new member in June, right? You found one new member. Okay, but what you've also done is you've supported all your existing members or your existing teammates, okay, to actually go out and find themselves a new member as well. So just have a think about this, guys. We've got some big numbers. I'm going to show you a table in a minute, but like, look at the power that has. You're starting off in January. You might be a brand new member, and you've gone to your first ever Spectacular, and you've cut out of Spectacular, and you're so excited, and you've got yourself one new member, and all you've done from Spectacular to June is get one new member each month, but you've taught those new members that you've got what to do, how to get themselves another member. That's all you've done. It's that process of duplication once again, okay? And the thing is, by now, that person that you found back in January and those people in February and April, they're confident enough now to be teaching their people, okay? So you don't have to, you know, well, we always love to follow up, but, you know, you've started to develop some leaders yourself as well. So have a look at these numbers, okay? Have a look at these numbers. Once again, I'm a numbers person, so I do like to look at this, but pretty much is how it works out, guys. You know, all you've done is you found yourself 6 frontline members, okay, over the 6 months. But through the process of duplication, you can see you've now got a 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and actually a 6th line, which takes your total to 63 members. Okay, 63 members. Can you imagine that? Just imagine right now, those 63 members, if all they were doing was 100 volume points each, they were just ordering 100 volume points each for themselves. No, you didn't even have anyone going for supervisor. No one even going for supervisor. You didn't even have anyone, no one was fussed about senior consultant. Nobody was fussed about the blender. All they were doing was 100 volume points a month. Work it out, 6,300 volume every single month, guys. Now let's play that what if game. Okay, what if, from your first line, you had 2 or 3 or 4 people who were keen on becoming supervisor, right? All of a sudden, you're into that 10,000 volume range, okay, in 6 months. And what you've built here, guys, is you've built a business that's wide and you've built a business that's deep, okay? You've got 6 frontline members. So then what happens, guys, is if one of those members drops out, worst case scenario, okay, your business is wide enough and deep enough that that's not going to affect you too much. Okay, there's always a saying, if one person leaving is that bad, well, you need to get more people. Okay, you need to get to the point where you've got enough people that if somebody says, no, sorry, it's not for me anymore, that's fine because you've got enough other people to work with. Okay, but look at that, in 6 months, 63 people, that's a ridiculous amount. And all that you've really done is you've gone and found yourself one new member each month, but you've taught every single person how to do what you do. Okay, we are coming up towards the end of the month. Actually, tomorrow's the end of the month. So here's a fantastic little checklist that you could probably do. Well, you could do it this evening if you want, or maybe tomorrow when you close out the month, because we always know end of month not till midnight tomorrow. Okay, guys, so don't give up. Certainly for myself and Emily, we've had months where we think, we're not going to quite make it, and then all of a sudden somebody orders 2 ultimate packs, and then it just your volume goes through the roof. So don't give up until midnight tomorrow. Certainly, if you're really focused on getting to that 2,500 or whatever it might be. If you're 100 volume points away from supervisor, go out and talk to a couple of people. 100 volume points only is really a shake, tea, and aloe. Okay, so it's just about getting out there and speaking to people, and the month's not over until midnight tomorrow. But here we go. There's a couple of things here, guys, and I'll read through the list. But you can read most of it and take a screenshot certainly if you want to, and probably Emily can post it up on the page as well. Yep, she's nodding her head, so she'll post this up on the page as well this evening after the call. So look, here's a few things you can check through. Okay, the first one, I've set and applied my monthly goal. Particularly at the start of next month, we always say try and set your goals within the first 4 days, preferably on the first of the month. Okay, because then obviously you've got more time to work towards the goal. But work it out. What is your goal for the month? Okay, how many volume points would you like to do ideally? Okay, maybe you've got a results goal. You might want to lose another 2 kilos. Okay, maybe you're working on, I'd love to get 5 new clients this month. I'd love to get 5 new members. Whatever it might be, maybe it's just getting that 1 new member. We've seen the impact that has in those last couple of slides. So set your goal, and at the end of the month, reflect on it. And did you apply? Have you achieved it? Okay, I've used the product and experienced its benefits. Every now and then, guys, we're bound to go through a rough patch and, get a little bit slack with our products. But you'll feel it. As soon as you don't use your products properly, guys, you feel it. I can guarantee you that much. Okay, you miss, it doesn't matter if I just have a couple of days without the multivitamin. You feel it, guys. It doesn't matter if maybe I just won't have my shake today. By the end of the day, you feel it. So use the products every day and be consistent, okay? Always wear your button. We know it comes in your member pack, so every single person here should have one. It's the easiest way to start a conversation. Wearing that lose weight now, ask me how button, okay? It starts the conversation. Well, okay, really, how do I lose weight? And then we can go into that stuff. You can go into that conversation. Create your list and continuously add to it. That list, obviously, guys, is that your contact list. Okay, the names of 300 people. And even like our list includes people like guy at the gym with like the rubbish tattoos and like, the lady at the petrol station, or because you're bound to be bumping into the same people, if your routine is consistent enough. Okay, I know every morning if I go to the gym that there's going to be 5 or 6 or 7 of the same people there every day. Okay, they're 5 or 6 or 7 people that I can put on the list. Don't have to know their name. I can still put them on the list, okay? The lady at Coles who's always there in the morning, if I'm going to get some bananas before work or something. Don't know her name, but I can write it down because sure, she might know someone that needs to improve their health, or even she might want to. Continue to contact those people on your list. So just work your way through it, guys. there's another one there, number 6, which sort of links in. I try to contact at least however many persons a day. If you're taking it easy, guys, you're just starting out, 1 person a day. Okay. If you get a bit more serious, 3 people a day. If you're really serious, 10 people a day. Okay, it's up to you. Regularly host, home parties or shake parties, or attend them. Certainly, we know within those first couple of weeks, it's it's really vital to kickstart your business, to get yourself holding or hosting a shake party, I guess, or at least attending some, so you can see what's going on, you can see what's happening. Make good use of the seminars and meetings. Like Emily said, the events are key. And then you can fill out this sort of stuff. Now, a few of these are things that you do at the start of the month. A few of these things are things you do at the end of the month. Sorry, I just have a drink there, guys. Number 9, this month, how many new people did you have attend a meeting? Now, when we say attend a meeting, that could be an STS, it could be a kickoff, it could be a local home. Look, do you know what? It could even be a fit club, as long as you've got some sort of presentation there, okay? And it's how many new people, because we know there's people who are always going to show up. There's people who are always going to say they're going to show up and they don't, but every now and then you are going to get a few new people through. So work out how many new people did you actually have attend. Engage in those DMOs, guys. It says they're promotional activities. Obviously, we call them DMOs, daily method of operations. Yeah, whatever it is that you're doing, your flyers, talking to your COI, doing something on social media, inviting to your fit club, whatever it might be that you do. Try and do something every day, okay? Be consistent with it. Making good use of the presentation book and the various business tools. Easy, guys. Leave records of customer management. This is something that me and Emily are rubbish at, okay? I'm going to be completely honest with you now. Our filing is a bit of a joke. But honestly, guys, one of the best things that we do have and something that we can do is we've got a folder with like a follow-up sort of sheets in there and things like that, guys. So, if you have a new client that started tomorrow, obviously we know we want to follow up day 1, day 2, day 3, day 7. It's in your, actually it's not in the new booklets, but it's in the old booklets, I think, the suggested follow-up. But, it's just ways to make sure that have I spoken to that person? Because it can get out of hand. If you've got 5 or 6 or 7 people and you've got a full-time job as well, and then you're worrying about, did I message that person? And you're sending the wrong things. So just keep yourself a record. It might even just be on your phone in notes or something. Asking customers for referrals. We know that somebody who's got a fantastic result is really, really keen to share with people. Okay, and you can even ask them, hey, look, is there anyone that you might know who might want to feel the same way that you do? Another thing that some people do is before they even get these people using the products, they say, look, what sort of result would we need to get you, okay, before you'd be comfortable telling people, what you're doing? So it might be, I'd like to lose 10 kilos, and then I'll be confident enough to tell people, fantastic. And when they lose that 10 kilos, you say, hey, look, back, 3-4 weeks ago, whatever it might be, I don't know if you lose 10 kilos in 3 weeks, but, 3 months ago, you said that, once you lost 10 kilos, you'd be happy to give referrals. Is there anyone that's noticed a difference? Okay. Constantly managing your people, sending DMs, contacting people regular. The Ds are obviously your distributors. Just making sure that they're up to date with everything, making sure they're trying to get on the trainings. Can they get to the events? Are they following up correctly? Sponsored 3 distributors this month. Have you? Yes, no. Obviously, everyone's goal is going to be different. Okay, one success builder, one supervisor. It's always going to be different for every single person. Okay. A lot of the time, someone might like to take it slow, and it might take them 9 months to get a supervisor. Some people are going to do it in 3 months. So it's always hard, but go look at that, guys, and set your own personal goal. Have you built your Herbalife house? That's another one. And another cool thing, guys, is at the end of the month, write out your house. Work out how much did I do in new retail, how much in existing retail, how much personal use, how much did my members order, all those sort of things. And work out where your volume is coming from, because you don't want rooms with 0 in it. Okay, because if you've got rooms with 0 in it, guys, that means you need to be rebuilding. So if you've got no new retail, that suggests that, hey, there's an area that we're lacking. There's an area that I can bump my volume up. And finally, doing your daily schedule, all those sorts of things, guys. Just be consistent is what I'm trying to say. Okay, that was a pretty long one. I hope you're still with me. Here's what we've got for this week. It is obviously our final week. We know that. We'll leave the page up, I think, for how long would you say? About another week, guys, that will be active on the page, just to make sure that, if you guys have any questions, certainly put them in the chat and we'll endeavor to answer them as soon as we possibly can. But, a few things that we'd like to do just to finish off this Coach Academy. It's the last one, obviously, that we'll be running. The first thing is listen to disc number 4 of Millionaire Team Training. They're so funny. We love them. Absolute classics. And I know, Tracy, you were talking about them the other day, about how you were sitting up and listening to them, but absolutely incredible tapes and certainly some great trainings. Post promote like crazy, guys. Put it out, put it into the Herbie Dream Team. But obviously, as we know, there's no more Coach Academy, so I'm going to show you something else that you can promote in a second. Don't worry about number 3. There's 2 number 1s. That's throwing me out a bit. Number 4 there, start reading a personal development book. Do you know what one of my favorite one is, guys? I loved Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Once again, that's the numbers background coming into things. That's one of my favorite. And also The Alchemist as well. If any of you have read that, I love that one. And I think and The Secret, Emily said. So there's a few for you. Maybe even in the Coach Academy, put up a picture of your favorite personal development book. There's something else for you. Commit to the next major training. I know for us in South Australia, it's the kickoff this weekend. So certainly, I'm going to be there, and it's something that you've got to be consistent with. But commit to yourself and make the commitment to your business as well. Okay? Contact a few of your, if you've got any members or perhaps even clients, and promote, not necessarily the next academy, promote the next event to them. Okay? Promote the next event to them. Map out your month, obviously. Like I said, Tuesday's the 1st of August. Map it out. What are you going to do? How many new members, new clients, how many volume points, how many people are you going to speak to every day, how many flyers you're going to do, whatever it is. And lastly, one that I'm sure none of you are going to have any trouble with is be awesome. So I said I've got something for you to promote, guys. Obviously, we'd love to hear how we did this time around for you guys this month for the Coach Academy. But something to really, really get around, guys, is this incredible, incredible training that has just been launched. Okay, this 10-step member training. As most of you might know, we're no longer going to be running the Coach Academy over 4 weeks. Instead, what we've got here, guys, is some pre-recorded training for you. Okay, now the people who have recorded these trainings are people who have been, consistently doing their 2,500 volume points. They're building that Herbalife house. So that the people who are sharing on these trainings, I guess they know what they're talking about. Okay, and there's a real wide range of trainings as well. Now, guys, for each call, you actually need to receive a password from your upline coach or mentor. Okay, so if you guys haven't got the password, you need to go up and find out who does. Okay, there is homework for each call, so you do need to work with your coach as well. But these are absolutely incredible. Okay, yep, Jess, it's a game changer. Okay, it is an absolute game changer. This, guys, is something where we know not everyone can get onto a Sunday night call. We know not everyone can get onto a Monday night call. Okay, so absolutely utilize this. This is going to be incredible for your training. But might I suggest, guys, listen to the recordings yourself before you invite a member to listen to them. Okay, because you want to be one step ahead. So if they're listening to number 1, you want to at least be to number 2. Okay, or if they're listening to number 4, you want to at least be number 5. Try and even be 10 steps ahead. Okay, because you want to make sure that if they're asking any questions, you actually know what they're talking about. So this is what to promote. We're all excited about it. Make sure that you share your excitement with any of your new members. This is absolutely perfect for them. Okay, I think I've said enough with that one. So, let's just finish this up here. We've seen it before. We know what this is about, guys. This is an incredible resource. One of the best videos on here, I think, actually is the Discover Herbalife video, which was filmed. It looks like it was filmed the last couple of spectaculars, but it's got some incredible stories there, guys, from a lot of people who are doing incredible things in the business. I might even post up the link for you in the group, because it's a great little, I think it's about 3 or 4 minute video that you can send through to people if they ever ask, well, what are you actually doing? Okay, and it's a great video to send through to them. So here we go, a last little quote to end on, I guess, guys. ask yourself if what you're doing today is getting you closer to where you want to be tomorrow, guys. Are you advancing or are you maintaining? Okay. Have a think, when you're sitting down in front of the TV, is that getting you closer to your goals or is that pretty much keeping you where you are? Okay. When you're out talking to people, is that getting you closer to your goals or maybe not? It probably is if you're talking to people, okay? All right. So work out, where do you want to be tomorrow? And also another one, guys, I want to add in there, just be in competition with yourself. So if you think, oh, I've had a bad day today, change it tomorrow. Make up for it tomorrow, okay? Always be better than you were yesterday. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for being on this 4-week Coach Academy with myself and Emily. I hope you've enjoyed it. Once again, make sure you get on the page, post promote, but also let's really, really big up this new recorded 10-step member training as well, because that's the next route that we're going down, and we're really keen to see as many people utilizing that as possible. So that's it from me, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening, and see you later.
Thanks, guys.